Hello! We are back for the third part of this day. We are commenting the FIDE Online Olympiad 2020, and we are today hosting the base division, currently Pool C. I'm Roland is back, the Grandmaster, also Geography Master from Netherlands, is
Uh,
here back.
Hey,
So
Alexia, yeah, I'm back. Hey, everyone. I hope you didn't miss me in the afternoon round, but I hear that Junior GM was there, so you were lucky there with such a good presentator, such a good commenter. Yeah, Junior GM is a great guy, in my opinion. So you guys were actually lucky that I couldn't be there. Yeah.
no, come on.
So in any case, what do we have in store for this part, Alexia?
So we are going to have the first three rounds of the Pool C of the same division. So I guess it's good to be back with all the format to remind everyone what we are going to do. What is the online chess Olympiad? And here we are. So, Online Olympiad is a truly worldwide event featuring more than 163 teams and over 1,500 players from all around the world. I know this now. I don't need the cards even. I know it. Teams are split into 5 divisions according to strengths and further divided into pools within those divisions. Currently, we are at the um, base division and Pool C. So there we are.
Yeah, so this is the final pool that we're going to see today. But this is not the end. These are just the first rounds, first 3 rounds that you'll see today. It will be a round robin with 10 teams within each pool. So that means 9 rounds and over 3 days spaced out. So every day we're going to play 3 rounds. And for Pool C, that is where we're going to look at right now. Hope that was all clear, everyone. Yeah, very
Yeah.
very complicated stuff. But yeah,
Um,
if you want to reread, of course, how the format is, we are keeping a card for you guys so that you can reread everything uh, in your own time while we are checking the games, of course.
yes, here next to the game, to the board, there will be always the card of the format. But we will go actually a bit deeper because the round has not started yet, so we can present a bit better the format.
Okay.
Um, because the general format is based on two stages, stage one and stage two. Basically, the stage ones will allow to how many teams? I don't remember.
Four teams to go to the next division.
To the
Uh,
stage two of playoff. I guess 8 teams. Okay,
uh,
this number I have still two.
all right. Sorry, I tried to save you there, but I couldn't, unfortunately. No, so yeah, so we are going to look, of course, at the base division at this moment, and 4 teams will qualify to the next division, Division 4. And Division 4, basically the best 3 teams of each pool there, will go to Division 3. Division 3 will move on to Division 2. Division 2 will move on to the top division. And then we'll have the final playoffs, which determine who will follow in the prizes there. So that is
Yes.
basically what it is.
Clearly, there are already some teams seated in each division. So, for example, there is a card of the top division, and there are already quite some places, quite some team already there inside. Five big team, I would say: Russia, China, USA, Ukraine, and India, and then some other team nominated by continents that you can see here in the card. I guess that our team, the team of Ruslan. Oh, I basically mixed up your name and surname. So of Roland.
Oh, that's what went on. Actually, you were saying perfectly. Rusland in the Netherlands means Russia, actually. So I was a bit confused there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Also in actually also in German it means like that. But I wanted to say that we have a lot of family country in Division Two. There is Italy, Netherlands, also Switzerland is there. So we're going to have a lot of fun, a lot of fun. And here is the schedule. As you can see, this is an event that will last quite a lot of time. The last day is August 30th. So yeah, stay tuned. I mean, I was talking with Simon, and he said that it's such a romantic event because it reminds him of the world matches of years ago that were lasting for months, years even. So
Oh, those times. Wow, that's a long time ago. Wow, I think that Simon wasn't even live when those were
uh,
still when games were being still being done like that. But yeah, I mean, he is a fan of history, of course. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
knows a lot about those things. I wish I knew more. The only knowledge I have is more or less from the book My Great Predecessors, a great book about the history written by Garry Kasparov. Yeah, but it's always nice to implement some history in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know about those books, I know just how big they are, but I don't know what is inside.
Ah, well, maybe you should start reading that.
Maybe,
Yes,
maybe.
I can recommend it to everyone, those books, although they are very hard to read, though.
Yeah.
It's really extensive analysis there.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, the games are yet to start, I believe. So,
Yes, I guess they should start really really soon. We will get a link in few minutes. I guess one more time, I will shortly show up the big names that we are going to face in this event. And here are the cards. Here's some big name and very nice picture, I have to say. Dingliren will be there, Nepomniachtchi will be there, Grishu, Karonian, Wesley So, Duda, Noel Studer. Oh, sorry.
so guys, I was laughing really hard because she just mentioned her boyfriend next to all those big pictures. So.
They will ban me.
And Niels Studer, of course, of course. He deserves to be in there. He deserves to be in there. We need a picture of him. Let's yeah, grab a picture. Right.
Yes, exactly. Oh, okay. So also Anand, Mametarov, Kiri, Rajapov will be there, and for sure we have also some very strong top female. We have Huifan, Amtu Koneru, Goryachkina, Joenju, Katerina Lagno, and Nana Zagnitsa.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, what I love about this event is that it wasn't just an event where the best players were simply playing. It's not like the six best players. It's also based on the best players from the youth department and from the women department, and so that is really what I like about this event. So they take actually the country as a whole, more or less, instead of just the big players. It's also about the potential that a country has in its youth department, more or less, and also in the women department. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is a great format to have. And so, yeah, we will not only look at top players' games, we will also look at top women's players' games, or yeah, even top youth players' games. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, sure. And I'm what I think that is very nice, as you said, that you can see the potential of every nation, because there are two spots for the junior, and first of all, you give juniors a cool opportunity to say what is what is an Olympiad. I mean, at least you smell a bit what would be an Olympiad. Clearly, Olympiad are the physical Olympiad are, I guess, uh, one of the nicest tournaments that a chess player could aim to play.
Mhm.
And I wish every ambitious chess player to be at least once there. because I mean, it's
Were you,
nice to be there. Hmm?
were you there at some point, Alessia?
I was there once. I played the Baku Chess Olympiad. And you, did you play?
I never played, so so I don't have experience from playing in the tournament. So,
Yeah.
but it was something you can recommend for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I get. I mean, at least for my experience, it was always my dream to play for the national team.
Hmm.
So, so yeah, actually I played very bad in Olympiad, but still, I mean, it's a nice memory. So, by the way, we have the games. Games have just started.
All right, so we can go through some chess at this point. That's what.
Yes, I guess I will name the name of the team that they are facing. Other the Pool C has other 10 teams, and they are Haiti, Aruba,
Uh, Whatever.
Aruba,
Aruba.
Libya, Cyprus, Mauritania, Cap Verde, Saint Lucia,
Mm.
Antigua, Grenada, and Cayman Island.
Yeah, those are a bunch of those countries are in the Caribbean Sea. A bunch of them are Caribbean islands. So yeah, that is mostly the event. I'm trying to check who is actually going to be the favorite of this pool. That is a really tough one, everyone. It is really hard to decide who might be one of the potential winners here.
I
I
guess
saw some.
Haiti.
Well, yeah, I thought so too, because at some point they were having a high average rating, and but it is very hard to see because a lot of those players are actually not rated. So, and when you have not rated players, then they could surprise you in a big fashion. For example, if there's a kid playing who doesn't hasn't played a official tournament yet, then his first rating could potentially be 1900. So yeah, with that, we have a lot of surprises in store, perhaps.
I agree. So let's have a look at the games. Here we are with the games.
All right.
And yeah, let's start by this one. Konstantinos from Cyprus is facing Jesse Green from Granada.
Yeah. So Cyprus, of course, an island in the how do you say the Mid-Atlantic Sea? Well, it's actually the sea where Italy is stationed. So, what is the name of that sea?
Mediterraneo.
Mediterranean Sea. Okay, yeah, I was looking for that. Yeah. So Cyprus actually maybe also a candidate to be first in this pool. They have pretty strong players, and as you can see, we have a 2000 player facing a 1400 player, and
Yeah.
White chose an exchange Slav, it seems.
Yes, it was a Slav defense exchange variation. E3, Queen A5 check, Knight C3, Knight F6, Queen D2. Why Queen D2 here? It looks weird to me.
It's probably to counter a move like Knight E4, so that's not possible anymore. But I kind of agree that it's a weird move because, for example, if Black can eventually play E6 and Bishop B4, then Knight E4 is still an option there. But on the other hand, Queen D2 might actually prepare a move for White, and that's the move Knight B5 at some point.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the theory is. Queen D2 might be okay, but Queen A5 is actually the move that I haven't seen before. So that is a move that,
Yeah, that's true.
usually they play Knight F6, or there's even a line that starts with F6 here. Yeah, a bunch of my teammates in Apeldoorn call it the Apeldoorn variation. It's pretty famous actually nowadays. F6 with the idea to play E5 and to try and be very aggressive in the beginning. Yeah, but Knight F6 is very common. I think E6 is also normal, where you play Bishop D6 and try to go for a very solid setup. But yeah, in general, it's a very closed position where it should be around equal. White needs to play for a few small tricks to to get an advantage here. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just have to sit and wait if it's going to happen. So rook c1, all right, normal move, e6. I'm
And here we
expecting
are.
knight e3.
And here we are. This is the position, the ending position. Maybe knight b5 here.
Yeah, knight b5 runs into bishop b4, so that's probably not the best.
I agree. So better not. Knight b4. I mean, okay, you have the chance to go back still, but no, guys.
But it's a waste, of course.
Yeah.
So now move like knight f3 is normal. Bishop d3 also looks normal, or maybe even bishop b5. Some ideas in these type of positions are also connected with
Yeah,
bishop.
f3. I was thinking, what about f3? Because it's always preventing the knight from d4
Also,
square.
yeah. So white wants to play probably bishop somewhere and then knight g2. Yeah,
Yeah.
very normal idea. Yeah, and now black is a bit stuck where to put his bishop. Probably on e7. But yeah, there is potential for white to, yeah, grab some space in the center if e4 ever comes in.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's move to another game. Here we have in another time Granada against Cyprus. Okay, also here there is a huge rating difference, but we don't know. What about this position?
White's a pawn up.
Yeah.
So yeah, black has to show that he has enough compensation there. Yeah, I'm not too sure if he has enough compensation there, especially after d4, where if black takes on d4, white can play a move like bishop b2. And yeah, I think that white has a very good position. Usually, these positions occur when when there's a pawn on b7. Actually, for example, in certain Tarrasch French lines. So yeah, I'm curious to see where exactly black sacrificed that pawn.
Yes, we can shortly see that. So was actually was e4 e5 was a Vienna knight c3 knight f6 bishop c4 c6 knight f3 and d5. E take these.
That loses a pawn because e5 will fall. After e takes d5, c takes d5, knight takes bishop b5, knight takes e5.
Okay.
Okay, so that is how it happened. Black did not have enough
Chances.
chances to gain really good compensation for the pawn. b3 I like very much actually. That more or less solves all white's problems with the queenside development. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, I like white's position. So that actually would mean that there would be an upset. Yeah, 1100 rated player wins against 1900 player. If of
Well,
course.
I would say still is a pawn up here and is everything is possible. Today we saw already quite some crazy stuff. And so yeah, it's still a long way, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's clear that white is doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. So and then we have an intense match between Cyprus and Granada,
Yeah.
and Granada also an island in the Caribbean Ocean, Caribbean Sea. So yeah, it would. I'm actually always rooting for the little guys, more or less. You know, like these
Oh.
countries you'll never see in top events, but with this format of this Olympiad, they actually have a shot to qualify for the main event. So yeah,
Yeah.
it would be so awesome if a country like that would qualify for the higher divisions. You know?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's very unlikely, but
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. You know.
yeah.
Fingers
Let's
crossed.
see. So here we have another position, and now other two teams. We have Cayman Islands against Cape Verde.
Cayman Islands. Yeah. Also very nice to go on a holiday, everyone.
Where
Which
are they? Are they also in the Pacifics or?
I have to look that up. My geography rating is failing me at the moment, but I'll catch up to you in a minute. Yeah. All right. I believe it's also in the Pacific. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too sure though. let's see. Yeah, but what about this position now? Let's.
Yeah.
It's very double-edged at the moment. I
Yeah.
think that black is doing okay, some queenside pressure, and black has the king side more or less under control because white cannot really advance there. So, for example, you want to make a break like f5 as white usually, but because there's no pawn on g4 yet, and it will take a lot of time
Yeah.
to get it there, and with that, I think black has the initiative there. So this is
Mm-hmm.
good for the black player.
Yeah. So I don't know if a way to advance could be h3 g4 and trying to push f5 and at the end. So could be
Yeah, so I figured out where the Cayman Islands was. Finally my geography brain started working.
Google.
And it is actually a country south of Cuba. So the Cayman Islands.
Ah. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So with that we've got some geography lessons as well.
Good. So I guess this position is still stable. I mean, but black seems to have the initiative as is faster on the queen side than white on the king side. So let's move to another game. Oh, look at the picture. It's like a monkey.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
This is
what?
another game of this match between Cayman Islands against Cape Verde. And let me count pieces because I love it. I have to say I love this structure. It's like an arrow that indicates that black wants to attack on the king side. So I like this factor. So let me count the pawns. Okay, it's an equal material. What do you think? Does black has chance on the king side or?
It is hard to say because there are two really weird knights in this position. So black has a knight on h5, which basically cannot do anything, but white has a weird knight on d1, which basically also isn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And white has maybe some prospects on the queen side at some point, but I think more important is the diagonal b1 to h7. Yeah, which can maybe be used by white for a mating attack. Although currently after queen d3, then black has bishop f5, and I think that black more or less is all right there. So I would prefer white actually, I think, because this reminds me very much of a King's Indian position. But white has, I think, the better knights here because knight on d1 can maybe be put on the c4 square where it more or less stands perfectly, while the black knight on h5 does not really have any prospects there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. That's
I
true.
think white is slightly better here, but yeah, it's still a game. I mean, it's not a clear advantage for anyone. There are no real breaks anywhere, but I do think that white has the easier position here.
Okay,
Okay.
let's switch to another one. Here we have Chilia. No, we have board for Cayman against Chilia. I guess these are nicknames and so they are not real names. So yeah, well, this is seems like still very very. Oh, wait. I guess there is a problem in this position. That is about this move.
Oh. Wait, black is also to move here.
Yeah.
Oh, then okay, okay. So let's see if he goes for this. Or
So because c take d4, the rook is attacking the knight, and also the bishop and knight are attacking this knight. So basically, there is no way to protect both of them, I guess. True, Roland?
yeah, absolutely true. The knight is attacked on c3, so queen takes d4 is then the logical reaction, but after queen takes d4, the knight on e5 is attacked. Absolutely. So we need to. Okay, so there's a chance for black here, but yeah, the question is, will black go for this? Because you never know, you know.
Yeah, that's true. because,
Yeah,
by the way, oh no, we have Queen C7 and Queen H4.
that's a missed chance.
Incredible.
This is still pretty good for black though, because black is winning the pawn with knight takes e5, d takes.
Cannot take again on C take D.
Oh, yeah, you still can. You still can. Oh, is it even better now? Ah, but wait, white now has knight takes d7 in between.
Yeah.
So it's slightly different, but still this wins a pawn because even if you play knight takes d7 back, then the knight on c3 is still hanging, and so white cannot recapture the pawn on d4, and thus black wins a pawn still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least.
this is look, yeah, okay, so black has a, yeah, but knight takes e5 looks also really good actually. D takes e5, bishop takes e5, and the c3 knight is once again under attack. So yeah, I think that the white player is currently a bit regretting them playing the move b3 at some point.
Yeah, I agree. This move also was not needed. I mean, why b3 here? Because you don't even have a bishop on c1 that you want to develop here. So
Yeah,
I don't see really the sense of this move.
yeah, maybe it was aimed against the move c4, but like we said in the earlier broadcast, every move has an advantage and every move has a disadvantage. In this case, b3's advantage is that c4 is now less attractive, but the disadvantage is that the knight on c3 is not protected anymore.
Yeah,
Ruth was a brilliant man, don't you think?
I agree. I agree.
Okay, so actually I've got some news. So I checked the players who are participating. You were right, Haiti is one of the favorites. They have a really strong lineup with a few 1900 players.
Mm-hmm.
Another country that we could look out for is the country Libya, who has a 2200 player, a FIDE master, and a 2000 player on board 5. They are also a
Wow.
force representative. And otherwise, Cyprus. Yeah, Cyprus has maybe, well, it's very close to the highest average rating in this group, not counting the zero rating players. Also, maybe this is also a team we should mention is Cape Verde, uh, that because they have the only player with a rating higher than 2400s.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams are more or less the teams that we are looking out for. And yeah, other teams, well, yeah, also of course have a shot, but they don't have as much rating than the countries I just mentioned.
All right. So these are a bit the favorite teams of the day. Let's go on watching some games. These are not two favorite teams. You didn't name them, Cape Verde and Cayman Islands, but still.
Yeah, Cape Verde does have an international master at their disposal, I guess is the correct English word. I don't know, but yeah. So they're obviously hoping that he can carry the team for them. We are not looking at him though. We are looking at another board, and it is looking good for white. I would say this is once again the knights make the difference. White has a good knight on f3, while the knight on h7 does not really have any clear prospects right now. It is stuck defending the g5 pawn. And also concretely, rook d6 was a very good move, attacking the a6 pawn and the e6 pawn. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is looking good for the white player.
All right, let's switch to another one. Oh, this looks like that loss for black is mate in one. Okay, GG.
Okay.
And here we have another one. And this king looks also in serious trouble.
This looks like an
It's
interesting.
not mate in two here?
Yeah,
It's
black
white.
to move. But
It's
okay,
black to
look,
move.
once again, we've got the knight. Let's take a look at the knight on h. It's a knight that we all should admire at some point.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the knight was so beautifully placed on h8. It could go to actually only one square on g6, where it, of course, moves in with lightning speed.
Yeah.
And white is doing incredibly well, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
winning the piece. Black does have 2 pawns, but on the other hand, white will win the pawn on f6. Really good position. So this is looking very good for for white here.
All right, let's move to another board. And here we are. Oh, here we have two I-rated guys from Mauritania and Saint Lucia.
Yeah, so Mauritania is actually a country in West Africa, and Saint Lucia is an island in the Caribbean Pacific. So yeah, two
This
countries.
position. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, two countries you don't see very often. Back to you, Alessia.
Yeah. Now, what I wanted to say is, what a boring position. But actually, now not anymore, because I mean, now there is knight e5 and the pawn here on f4 will fall. So now black is just better in this endgame, probably even winning, because a pawn in an endgame can be really enough to win.
Yeah, and also the bishop on b7 is a really, really strong piece.
Yeah.
Playing the g2 pawn at some point. And yeah, this is black played knight d5, and so black is winning the pawn.
Yes.
That would be an upset, I believe. Yeah, if we look at the chess.com ratings there, at least the ratings that we see on this page.
But you see, this is still a title player, so it means that he reached in real life 2100. So yeah, is
not bad.
And also, I guess that this rating 2000 is the starting rating for a candidate master
on chess.com.
On chess.com, yes.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, I didn't know that. So okay, he just had a new account, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Might be that. Okay, new game. Oh, where is Black Queen?
Yeah, this looks like a very interesting game. Both sides still have chances to win. Yeah, but where's the queen?
Exactly, so yeah. White is doing really, really good here. So let's keep going on.
Okay, this looks like an interesting position. Yeah, so we once again have Saint Lucia against Mauritania. So let's see. White has control over the d5 square, which is important. But if black can play a move like knight f6, I think black is doing more or less fine. Also, a move like bishop g5 comes to mind, trying to trade off the knight on e3. Yeah, it's just a double-edged position. Maybe black can at some point play a move like f5 to try and push in this position. But in general, it's a very double-edged position with both chances for both players here. And yeah, but this is looking to be an interesting game. Both players on their openings.
Roland, how would you pronounce the country of black?
Saint Lucia.
Okay.
Yeah, was that correct? Was that
yes? Saint Lucia, sorry, but Lucia is an Italian name, so I was.
Lucia. Okay.
Yeah. I know person called Lucia, and not just one. So I thought was in their honor, but it's probably not.
Well, in the Netherlands, we also have the name we also have the name Lucia, actually, and it's Lucia.
Okay.
Slightly different.
Right, so let's see another. Oh wait, maybe we are not done with the commentary here, actually, because this is interesting. No, okay. White has two very nice square, the square d5 and f5.
Mm-hmm.
So
f3. Yes.
f3.
Yeah, makes sense. It's not necessary here because e4 was very nicely protected, and now white is missing some potential, perhaps with the queen coming to the king side. For example, with queen f3 and queen g3. or just queen g4, queen h5, trying to put some pressure on the king side there.
Mm-hmm.
So that is an option that white is now missing. But on the other hand, the advantage once again is that the e4 pawn is now overly protected. So that will never become a weakness.
All right, so I guess that you're white. I would take white here even if black has two bishops, because I like to play against two weak square, like in this case, especially the d5 square and the d6 pawn that is
Yeah.
also weak then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, actually we have already some results. We will shortly look at them in a while, but this is one more game that we didn't see yet.
Okay.
And
Well,
yeah, it seems like you were a lot talking about knight, and it seems like the knight on f5 is an amazing knight, and
correct.
that's why probably black decided to change it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say correction was an amazing knight on f5. Yeah, white is an exchange up. Black does have maybe some pressure on the queen side. We'll win the pawn on b4.
Hello, low, low.
Have to turn off my phone.
No problem.
I was rushing to this broadcast, so
Yeah, no problem.
yeah.
So d5 here.
Mm-hmm. It's a normal, yeah, it's a good move, but I was thinking, why not just take the pawn on b4?
Oh wait, but white is an exchange up.
Yep, white's an exchange up, and black does not have any pawn in return for that.
Yeah. Okay, the f5 pawn is not doing too much at the moment. Might be also weak. But still, the compensation, I mean, is not too much.
No, white should be clearly in the driver's seat, though. Although it is opposite colored bishops, and black is kind of solid here, so white does need to show some technique. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Cyprus looking good. Cyprus seems to be on a good track to win the first round. And
So let's go back to the first game that we were looking. Oh my god, it changed so much. I guess we were, yes, you remember, this is the very first game. We left at this point more or less, and now the position turned into that. So it seems that the king is on f2 in a weird place, but it's actually pretty solid there. And I like the control the control that white has on the c file, and might be that this queen might get into troubles, and maybe something with bishop c7 at one point.
missed tactics strikes again. Yeah, bishop c7. That's a big threat there. So for example, knight takes h5 would be interesting.
Yeah,
G takes h5, bishop c7, trapping the queen.
and choose ciao. Yeah, so yeah, this is interesting here, and probably we have something. No, not yet. But yeah, the queen seemed in a dangerous place.
Yeah,
So
black wants to play rook fc8, but it's not black to move. White can now try to win a pawn. Knight takes g6 is also, by the way, possible with the same idea that we just mentioned. So
yeah, and it's also attacking the pawn here. So yeah, I guess is good one. I guess we have already some results here. Yeah, this is the round one, and Cyprus is leading as already 3-0 against Granada. Cape Verde is also at 2-0. Saint Lucia is at 1-0. Aruba also has at 1 point, and Libya 2-0. So basically, I mean, it's just straight results. So 2-0, 3-0, 1-0. So there is
not a lot of draws today, are there?
I guess no. I guess not so many. No, here I see just straight points. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0.
Oh,
So, no. Okay, and we have knight takes g6. We have the move.
there you go.
And maybe I prefer knight takes g6 because it attacks also a
It's one
bishop
point.
and a rook.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Now bishop at
and now
c7.
probably bishop c7 will
Yeah. Is there,
follow.
is there a way to at least get some material here for black, or is it really already over? I was thinking maybe a move like rook fc8, bishop takes a5, rook takes c6. When you at least get a rook and a piece for the queen. So it's not over yet after that.
Yeah, I guess it's the only way. Okay, but if yeah, I guess it's still very good for white. I guess white should try to play rook c1, changing a pair of rook, and yeah, and then just try to activate these pieces, and it's really a good position for white.
Yeah, winning the queen is of course favorable for white. Yeah.
So we are going into the time trouble. So I will switch to other boards. Let's see what is happening.
Okay.
Oh, so here black is. Oh wait. Oh, I guess he's winning because he's attacking here, and the only way to protect is probably to take on a2, and this move will be followed by b take e2, attacking the
Very
rook.
nice move. Yeah.
Wow.
Bishop e3. Very, very nice move. Yeah.
Yeah, bishop a3. Good move. Very good, very strong. So yeah, I guess, and we have already this. So
Yeah.
no, we don't have that still. White is sinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is no other way. Now we have rook take e2, b take e2, rook a1, bishop take b2, rook take a2, bishop c3, and all the pawn will fall. Probably.
Yeah.
It's enough that one is falling, then there is a passed pawn.
Black is a piece up, so this should be winning.
Yes, I guess this is.
And actually, this is the game of the only international master that's participating in this group.
Yes.
So that's the one from Cape Verde, actually. So actually, and Cape Verde is doing very well against the Cayman Islands at the moment. They have won 2 games already, and with this game, they will be 3-0 up against the Cayman Islands. So looking good for Cape Verde.
Yes. Here we have. Oh wait. I know. Okay, this was the game because it's very early.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I have to refresh because we don't know how it went on.
Ah.
So yes, was with as you.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! That's not looking good for the Cayman Islands once again. So Black's a full piece up and the pawn, so and simply exchanges the queens. But after f takes e6, White is winning back material. King h8.
But he doesn't want the material.
Very about the rook on c8. This is madness. This is crazy. It's like up and down. It's like I'm being a sports. Anyways, this is this is a pretty exciting game. It flips upside down. Okay,
Yes.
now Black is in control again, exchanging all kinds of pieces, grabbing more pawns. Yeah, so Cape Verde doing really well against the Cayman
And
Islands.
I want to see because I just have to say that White offered a draw.
Well,
Which is, yeah, I mean,
the only thing I can say to that is quite. Why not? Maybe accept. Even Queen, Rook, and Knight, and King up. So why not? Why not offer a draw?
yeah. Let's see, we have some interesting position. Yeah, this is an interesting position. White is probably better due to the B and C pawn.
Yeah, this is actually a classical pawn structure that you see very often in the Sveshnikov positions. The bishop is okay on g5, but because White has nice control over d5. Okay, but the problem here for White is how to advance, because usually you want to have the b pawn running. So the b pawn needs to be put on b7 at some point and maybe create some promotion threats.
So
But
maybe something like c3, bishop c4, d5. Slowly, maybe queen c4. Let me show this.
yeah,
c3, queen c4, attacking
perhaps.
here. Slowly but consistently improving the position.
Yeah, exactly. That looks like a very good idea. Yeah, but yeah, and c3 is actually on the board.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, looking good.
There is time trouble everywhere, so I will switch between the boards to see what is happening. And yeah, here there is a queen for white and a pawn going to make another queen. And black has just a rook, so I guess this is quite close to be completely winning. Actually, no, it's probably completely winning, but it's close to be 1-0 on the
Yeah,
board.
very close. They are closing in on the time trouble as well. And about the team Granada, by the way, who is playing against
See,
Cyprus,
yeah.
they have two players, two boards actually not participating. So that means that Cyprus was already 2-0 up at the beginning of this match.
Ah, okay. So let's stay on this. I mean, we have two games. This one, okay, they are both interesting.
Okay, so Cape Verde versus the Cayman Islands. And yeah, so Cape Verde is now actually a full rook up. Yeah,
Yes.
against what? Against two pawns, it seems, if I'm counting. Against one pawn. No, two
Mm-hmm.
pawns. Yeah, 7 against 5, two pawns.
It's for sure not enough compensation, so this is also quite in white favor. So
Mhm.
then let's switch to this game because this is still not clear. So
Yeah, I mean, Carlsen would be extremely happy with such a position because you can just play such a position on until forever, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, it is practically very hard to play a position like this because if he, for example, is playing against the Minister of Defense, Sergei Karyakin, then it would be very hard to win a position like this. Well, although I think White is making good progress, if the king gets ever to c6,
yeah,
White can push those pawns, but Black can also start pushing his pawns, although the bishop on b3 should be very capable of protecting any progress on the king side there. So
yeah. White seems to be very fast.
my guess is that this position is winning for white. There is a position where sometimes those two pawns are not enough. For example, when a king gets on b8 and the bishop gets on uh, yeah, but in this case the pawns are so far advanced
Yeah,
that there's no way of protecting against that. There are some drawing lines, but the pawns are just too advanced,
yeah, yeah.
unfortunately.
So not all the bishop endgames are draw. Opposite color bishop endgames are a draw.
Yeah, exactly. That's so true. Yeah, actually, a lot of grandmasters like playing against with opposite colored bishops. Yeah, to play for a win because it's a safe way. If you have the advantage in opposite colored bishops ending, then you can play on until you, yeah, without a risk, and that is very comfortable way of playing.
Yeah. I guess he wants to go on like this, pushing. I guess b7 was also a way of winning it. Bishop here and king c7. It seems.
Well, the bishop could have also gone to the h2 b8 diagonal, so bishop g3.
Uh huh. Okay.
Then maybe it would be a bit more difficult, but still, yeah, then it would be a lot more difficult actually. You want to keep the pawns on the dark squares.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks winning. You just play king b5, c5, c6, and then you bring the king over to d5.
Yeah, that's true. And then it's over.
Yeah.
Two connected pawn are very strong, and this is a resignation. So here we have at the last game of the first round of Pool C, and here we are. White is a full rook up, and is also attacking. So yeah, I bet everything I have on white. This is so risky.
Yeah, I Yeah, I would bet on white too. Yeah, I would. Yeah, there. I had a slight hesitation. I don't know why, but yeah. Unfortunately, this is looking close to over. White is a rook up, is attacking, has more pawns. No, not more pawns, but maybe will get more pawns. This is looking over. F takes
Yeah.
g6 at some point. Knight f5, queen takes f7 after that, perhaps even. The queen on a2 is also not doing very much on the queen side there. Well, yeah, white is just having a field day on the king side.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This queen feels a bit lonely there. Okay, I guess here now queen take f7, pawn take f7. The pawn could even push to queen. Now queen take f7 will is just very very promising for white here.
yeah, and that is now made in. No, if king d6, then there's still no. Well, it should be made. Maybe there's no direct mate, but it should be there soon.
I think white can start to collect all the pieces he wants and then. Oh,
Mm. Well, you can also just not grab the knight and instead grab the rook on c8.
yeah, that's good. Okay, I
Okay.
thought king c7 would
Yeah,
have been a bit.
king c7, queen e5, bishop d6, knight e6 would have been good. But yeah, this is just yeah. There are more than one ways to win this.
Yeah, I agree that. I agree. Okay, so let's keep an eye on the results.
Yeah.
Cyprus is 6-0. This is Cape Verde is already no Cape Verde is already four has already 4 points. So I guess doesn't matter this game. Even if I think that yes, white will win. So it will be probably 5-1. Mauritania Saint Lucia is
Oh,
for
okay.
1.
I need to say something.
Yes.
Libya and Antigua was a 3-3. That was a result that really stood out to me because on paper, Libya was the clear favorite there. But
Haha.
it turns out that Libya had two players. The first boards, actually, the highest rated players, not on the boards at the right time. So they had a forfeit against the players from Antigua and Barbuda.
Okay, okay. So yeah, then is it 3-3?
It's a free free. Yeah. So yeah, one player won for Antigua and Barbuda, and that made and the other games were won for um, yeah
Yes.
Libya.
Yeah, so they are 3-3.
Yeah, free
Instead,
free.
Aruba is winning
Yeah.
5-1 against Haiti.
What do you think about that, Alessia? Haiti lost against Aruba. Actually, Haiti, we both
Yeah.
and it would be one of the favorites perhaps to win.
Actually, Aruba is also one of the strongest teams, so I guess also it depends which player are really playing. So
Ah, okay. Once again, Haiti also had two players not on their boards at the right time. So yeah, with that, it's yeah, that makes it easier for the opponent. Yeah.
yeah, sure. To start 2-0 is um easier. So then you know, okay. I guess all the game of the day all the game of the first round just finished. So clearly, White won that game, and the players already started a new one. But this is not about this event because this event the next round will start in about 5-10 minutes, and I guess it's time to go for a short break.
All right.
All right, so see you soon, guys. See you soon for the second rounds, and stay tuned. And guess who is back? We are here. Roland took his coffee. Do you want to show your cap?
Yeah, sure. But I should have shown this actually in the afternoon broadcast. But yeah, Simon was there. So I actually was in Lebanon at that point. Yeah, so I'm happy that they're doing quite well. And yeah, so they're now first in B, which I'm very happy of because they have a nice youth training system there as well, or they try to at least. So yeah, well,
So
let's see.
we are back, and we have the rounds are going to start quite soon in some minutes. But first of all, I want to say thank you for our sponsor. As you can see here in the graphics, we have Gazprom that is sponsoring the event. And if you don't know who they are, we showed some videos, but they are a global energy company focused on geological exploitation, production, transportation, storage, processing, and sales of gas condensate, and oil, and also sale of gas as vehicle fuel, as well as a generation and marketing of heat and electric power. One day I will learn this, but what's up, Roland?
What's up? Yeah, we're just about to start with round two, obviously. So we are waiting for the players to get ready, and so it might take a few more minutes. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe want to show the cards of the previous pools, perhaps
Yes.
of the
We
results?
have ready. Guess what we have ready? We have ready the scoreboard of the previous poll. So we will see what is which team are leading, which teams are currently in the first four position. Four position means that if a team gets in the four spot, it will advance to Division 4. So it's very important for each of these teams. And here we have, for sure, the poll C is not updated yet. But the pool A and B, here we are. And oh wait, oh, look at that. I mean, we also have to say, Roland and me did some bet about who will qualify, and we said Myanmar both, Fiji both. We say both Brunei, and then I said Pakistan, and Roland said Oman. So our preferences are both there, but Brunei is not there. So
Well, Brunei already played against the top country, Myanmar, in Pool A, and they lost big time to them. Well, not big time actually. It was a great match to watch. I think it was 4-2 eventually for Myanmar. Although it could have gone 3-3, it was a very exciting first round to watch. But yeah, all five players that we were checking are actually now in the top five. So that's good. Pool B, yeah, Lebanon, I believe, was the clear favorite to go and win the Pool B. So they're doing great. Qatar, also one of the favorites, I believe, and Bahrain and Burundi also in the fourth spots, in the your top four spots to qualify for the next round. So yeah, one country that was maybe a bit underperforming there is the country Mali. Mali had two great top players on the top two boards, so that they have 2 points only probably is a little bit of a letdown for them. But once again, I think Pool B might actually be the strongest pool of the base division here, with strong countries like Lebanon and Qatar, and also actually Liberia, who's not a bad country at all. So yeah, this is of course, now we're taking a look at Pool C, and tomorrow we will do this all over again with Pool A in the morning, Pool B in the afternoon, and Pool C in the evening. Yes.
yes, so tomorrow will be round from 4th to 6th, and after tomorrow from round 7th to 9th. So two full days also for the hosts that will be hosting for the full day, sleeping, hosting. But we will have fun together, and we hope that the games will keep us awake.
Yeah, we're waiting for the games still, everybody. We should be having them on in just a sec. So, yeah, on the left, you can see what happened in round one. Once again, Cyprus dominating with 6-0. That was actually expected. In this group, Cyprus is, in my opinion, one of the favorites to go through, at least from what I saw on paper. Haiti, kind of a letdown against Aruba. Also, we thought that was going to be one of the favorites. And Cape Verde doing well against Cayman Islands, who actually, that score has not been updated, but it was a 5-1 victory for Cape Verde. And yeah, St. Lucia doing well. Antigua versus Libya, actually also an upset because, yeah, Antigua was underrated to their opponents, but they still managed to get 3-3. Yeah.
All right, and we have the round two of the Pool B. We have Grenada against Antigua, Haiti against Libya, Saint Lucia against Aruba, Cape Verde against Mauritania, and Cyprus against Cayman Island. So,
So, what match do you think stands out in this round, Alessia?
oh, well, I mean, it depends because we said Haiti is the probably by the rating is the strongest team, but if players are not playing, it's not so strong anymore.
Yeah,
So it's very hard to guess. I don't know.
we
So
have to address that actually. Yeah, so there are some teams. This once again, everybody, this is the lowest rated group there is, and so they will most likely not be able to play for the top prizes. But it's still a good. They still have a good chance to advance, of course, to another division,
yeah.
to Division Four. But yeah, so one of those countries are Libya and Haiti, for example. Haiti, one of the favorites in the preview, more or less, but unfortunately, some of their players couldn't be participating, and so they have lost their first round. Well, yeah,
Yes. Do you know where is Aruba?
yeah, Ariba is one of the. Actually, it's part, more or less part of the Netherlands. It's connected to that.
Huh.
It's the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao. Yeah, the ABC Islands in the Pacific. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I don't know.
St. Lucia is also there. Cape Verde and the Cayman Islands are also around that area.
Okay, okay.
And Granada, I believe, as well. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess Aruba is doing quite well. I saw the results of the first round. Aruba won against Haiti. That still, I mean, two ports were not playing, but still Aruba scored others three extra points. So I guess they are probably doing well.
hmm Yeah,
And
I would say actually, with that they are maybe one of the contestants to go for a top four place. Yeah.
yeah, and also Cyprus. I mean, yeah, their average is around 1500. Uh, but yeah, to win 6-0 is always a good sign. So I guess if I would do bet, I would bet on Cyprus, Aruba to qualify, and then I'm not sure. Maybe even Cape Verde
Yeah,
might be.
Cape Verde won their first round, so that's a good bet. Maybe St. Lucia as well. Yeah, it's hard to guess. Yeah,
It's hard to guess because we don't know what is going to happen to Haiti in the next rounds, in the next days as well.
because
So
maybe then their players might be able to participate.
yeah, might be. So we don't know. It's so unclear because I mean, guys, let's repeat. This is an online competition. People are trying to connect them from everywhere in the world, try to find Ethernet cable, computer webcams, is there is a huge organization. There are over 1,500 players involved in this event. So it's really something huge and also not so easy to control. That's why I can announce you already that there is a small delay of the rounds too, because should have been started already. But now it should start really, 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 really soon. Let's hope. We
Yeah.
are we are also here
No.
waiting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess
It's unfortunate that these countries indeed could not sometimes provide a full six-player lineup. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. Like you said, internet connection, maybe no place to have internet, maybe no computer even.
yeah.
It's sometimes the case. We should be empathic with the countries there. So emphatic, I believe, is the correct way of pronouncing it. But yeah, so we have a lot of players who did not play in the first round, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll keep you updated. In any case, so far Cyprus doing going very strong, and with all six players, and also Cape Verde with the only international master in this group doing very well. So yeah, if I would make a bet, okay, I would take Cyprus, of course. Yeah, I would take Cape Verde, like you did. I would take who? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'll take Aruba as well. And yeah, it really depends on the next on the next days actually. But if the next days the full lineup is available, then I would give Haiti and Libya a very good chance. Libya is very what?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Rounds are starting.
Oh.
But you were doing the bet. I was trying to say, can I? But we are in the flow. But we are here, and rounds we have. But you can say, you can still tell us your bet.
No, I was ready. So, but yeah, you surprised me. Okay, so yeah, the time control is 15 minutes plus 5, so we have all the time in the world, no rush to start the games.
Yes. But
But
now
yeah,
we
final
want to know
name.
your bet. So you said that you want to bet on Aruba and Cyprus as me.
Yeah, and Cape Verde as you. And I'm actually going to change my bet a little bit from you because I believe that Libya is going to be in their full lineup tomorrow and the day after, and they are going to take the fourth spot.
I said Haiti, no?
Yeah, you said Haiti. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. We don't know. We don't know. And now there is actually the direct encounter between Haiti and Libya, so it will be interesting. It will be interesting. Let's see what will happen. So I guess the game are going to start soon. We are here with following all these players. Incredible.
Yeah, so many players, so many boards that we have to take a look at.
Yeah, I mean, is a round robin, so there are 5 matches.
Eight.
6 players playing per team, so there are 60 players involved in this in each round. So it means that 30 boards. So and to look simultaneously at 30 boards is not an easy task. And we will try to do it without creating too much confusion, without being too fast, without switching to boards like crazy, but
Yeah.
yes, very a very frenetical way, in a frenetical way. Like yeah, like when you have an appointment and you are already 20 minutes late, but you are stuck in the traffic 40 minutes away from the place where the appointment is, and you don't know where you will arrive. So I don't know what I'm saying, but the rounds should start soon, so we will not have any more this problem.
Type a smiley face in the chat if you could follow that, guys. And then with that, we will check the games.
I
They're not
guess
time.
nobody will smile in the chat.
Yeah. Well, then nobody followed it. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I keep showing this cup, by the way, but that was the previous pool, guys. They're not in this pool anymore. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
Somebody
still
should keep
waiting.
an eye on the bets that we are doing.
Of course. And yeah, while we have time, should we maybe show another card, maybe of the format?
Yes. Let's slowly show a card of the format. Like this we know what is about. So, what is the online Olympiad? Roland.
Oh, I'm being tested here. Okay, well, I believe it is a truly worldwide event featuring 163 teams and over 1,500 players from around the world. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes!
Oh my God, I got it. No way. Oh my
Great!
God. But wait, Alessia, how are the teams split up?
They are split up into 5 divisions according to their strength and are further divided into pools within those divisions based on time zone of strength. And
Wow.
each team features how many boards?
Hmm. Well, two open boards, two women's boards, one junior male board, and one junior female board. Yes, those are the boards. So in total of 6 boards, 6 versus 6 each round, or 5 versus 5. Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. So, yeah, what kind of tournament is this? What kind of is this a round robin?
Sure, teams within each pool play a single round robin with players playing against their corresponding boards. And what about how do team advance to the next division?
Well, the top 3 teams from each pool advance to the next division. But in this base division, we actually have 4 teams promoting to the next division. Yes, so and this is the only division where we have 4 teams advancing. Yeah, and after that, so yeah, just to a little bit of a more serious tone now. So the divisions, there are in total 5 divisions. This is the lowest division of them all, and they will promote to the next division. After which, then teams will be promoted again until we have the top division, which will decide who will be the Olympiad champion, more or less.
Yes, and will be a knockout event. So it will be a long way. I let me show shortly the schedule one more time because it will be a long way until August 30th, where the final knockout match will be played.
Yes.
And
So,
today we are in base division. There are 30 teams playing in base division. They are divided into 3 pools, 10 teams per pool. And here we are. Currently, we are at the second round of the pool C of the base division. Here we are.
yeah, and I believe actually that the games have started.
Miracle. Amazing. Okay, here we have.
Wait, everyone, but it was worth waiting. Hopefully, we are now going into the games.
Yes. Here we are. Here there is the first game. And we have Antigua against Granada. But you know what? You know what I want to search? I want to search Haiti against Libya. And
Is that
here,
actually the matchup right now?
yes, and here we have
Oh,
one.
wow, that's actually the matchup right now. So this is critical for our bet. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So let's follow it.
So yeah, you are more or less rooting for the white player. I'm rooting for the black player, I think. Yeah.
Yes, Haiti. Exactly.
All right. So yeah, they just got started, so we can talk a little bit about the opening, perhaps. This is a four knights Italian system
Yeah,
where black just played bishop b4. Usually knight takes e4 is a nice way to equalize here instead of bishop b4. Bishop
yeah,
b4, not a bad move at all, but theoretical knowledge says that this trick is a nice way of simplifying the position. Knight takes e4, d5, winning back the piece there with a good position for black.
exactly. And shortly here, we should also mention bishop take f7. That is mostly, it seems like a good try, because it seems that the king is exposed on f7.
Mhm.
But after knight take d5, knight take e4, sorry, and d5,
Mhm.
yeah, black has a solid control of the center, will just develop his bishop, and the king will find a safe spot on g8. And yeah, it's actually completely fine for black, this position.
Yeah, this position is already better for black actually. Yeah, what okay, bishop b4, definitely not a bad move at all either. Yeah, d3, and yeah, we're just slowly getting into the middle game. They take their time for this opening. All right, so maybe we should take a look at a game that has already progressed a little bit.
Yes, let's. I think there are a lot of games still. Okay, here we have another Haiti against Libya.
Okay.
Actually, there is a huge rating difference. But also here, I mean, all the games I guess are in the first stage of the game, as it's just 1 minute that they have been started, so it's normal it is like that.
I believe that the white player actually also got a new account. She won the first game, and her rating is actually 1400. But yeah, when you start a new account on chess.com, you start at a rating of 2000. But she won her first round game, so I guess she won one rating point, and therefore you see now the chess.com rating, which is 2001. Yeah, so actually, this is a pretty matched
Sorry.
Gesundheit. So, but yeah, actually, this is a pretty, yeah, good matched up game actually. So both our players are around 1500 rated.
Okay, okay. So yeah, what also another point that we understand is that rating is really not saying so much, because most of these players are playing so few on chess.com, so few online, and so they just got a rating today, or they play really very few, so the rating is clearly not accurate at all.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shortly see if we find, okay, for example, this games is a bit this oh I so yeah, something happened in this game.
Yeah, white won a pawn somehow,
Yeah,
and
but where is the white queen going?
to g5.
Ah, to g5. I thought it was trap the queen, because there are not so many other squares. Yeah, g5 is the only way, and basically white put a bishop on g5 and now trapped his own queen. So
Well, I think black should just take the queen and then take the piece after bishop takes d8. And
uh-huh.
then
And
black,
queen d7 is not trapping the queen?
no, because of queen h4 and queen g3. There's no way to,
Ah, okay. Oops.
unfortunately.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So white should just win a piece here, as you said. Queen, bishop take h5, and queen take, and then it's just a piece up. Okay.
yeah. So unfortunately, bishop g5, not the greatest move by the Mauritanian player. So yeah, Cape Verde with Loida Gomez looking good on this board.
Yeah. Let's go on with another one here.
Okay, another Haiti versus Libya matchup.
Ha ha ha.
Haiti. Yeah. So this
I
game,
saw a pawn up. That's why.
yes, but I have I. So, but black has more development here, so it's not that clear who's better. Black played bishop b4, so white is the move that could be an important tempo. But for example, there are tricks in the air connected with maybe a move like knight e4. looks quite interesting at some point. And yeah, so black has pretty good compensation for the pawn. The question is if it is enough, actually. So
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see for that. But it looks very good. The position is quite open, and yeah, this is not looking that bad for black. I wonder how the opening went. It seems to be a Tarash opening, and yeah, black sacrificed the pawn in the beginning. So yeah.
Let me just thank Miss Anna Maya that just rated us with a huge party of 182. So thank you so much, Anna Maya. She's also from Netherlands. She's a great streamer and she deserves by far a follow. So thank you so much, Anna. We needed this energy and it's been a long way. So here we are. Yes, we are. We are discussing about. We are at the round number 2 of the last pool of the day, the pool C, and I will shortly introduce a bit this format to all the raiders because it's a new format for everyone. These are the online. Actually, now Roland is completely into it that he can also help me to explain that. So Roland, what are the Olympiads online?
Oh boy, okay, you put me on the spot there. All right, I'll do this. All right, so the Olympiad, it's a truly worldwide event featuring 162, 63 actually teams and over 1,500 players from around the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it is a very good event, of course. Teams are split into 5 divisions according to strength, and are further divided into pools within those divisions based on time zone strength. So basically, that means that we start with the lowest division, and they have a chance to promote to the next division until they are qualified for the top division. And the top division means that you can actually win the prizes, win medals in this Olympiad. So take a look on the left side of the board where there's the format. Still, if you want to reread it, we have a long month ahead of us with all kinds of pools. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how the Netherlands is going to do in Division 2, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we also have the schedule of the upcoming months. And we are now at the very beginning, so a lot of chess fun left for everyone. Yeah.
All right. So we were just analyzing some games because Roland and me are doing also some bets about how it's going, who is going to qualify because 4 teams for each pool will qualify. So the question is which will be which are going to be the teams qualifying and advancing to Division 4? That's a good question. We don't have the reply, but we try to guess it. So basically, Roland and me had 3 teams. We bet on on the same 3 team, but I bet on Haiti and he did the bet on Libya. And guess what? On round 2, they are facing each other. So it's a critical moment of the round robin.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
we are going to see what is going to happen. And guess who are these players exactly from Haiti and Libya? So it's extremely critical.
yeah.
And what do you think, Roland? How did this position advance, progress?
Yeah, it's an interesting position. I wanted to say something, by the way, Alessia. Did you know that we have a person in the chat who's actually named Olympiad? He said, I appreciate your explanation of me, Roland. Yeah.
Yes, Olympiad. You are a truly worldwide event, and there are 1,500 players playing into you, and that's amazing. Thank you for organizing it.
Yeah, Olympiad. You've got a lot of players in you, of course. Yeah.
This might be weird.
That feels nice. All right. In any case, yeah, let's move on to the chess part. That's why we're here, of course. I think Libya, my team is doing great. I think Black has so much compensation for the pawn, even though the king side is, yeah, not the best pawn structure on the king side for Black, but there's so much initiative. And actually, after a3, I have a nice move for black, which is bishop f5.
Yeah, I thought that somehow the queen could get into trouble. And what about bishop f5 and queen f4? What is happening?
I want to take on c3 and then claim a mate if you take back.
Oh. Okay, that's pretty dangerous. So I have just to pray here and hope that black is going to uh, retreat his bishop. No! This is an unfortunate change of circumstances. White was leading, but I see you, Roland. I see you.
Okay, yeah.
Let's change to another game. No, joking.
You can also, actually, black also has, for example, bishop takes a3 at some point.
Yeah.
You take back on a3, then queen takes a3 is still mate. So this is looking extremely good for black. But what's most important is that if white got the pieces in on the king side, the bishop, the knight, the rook, then white would be more or less fine. But since that's not the case and black is fully developed, black is doing really, really great, and the pawn is more than worth the developmental advantage. So that is why one of the golden rules in the beginning of chess is to always develop your pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's one of the of the three golden rules of chess. We do we want to repeat what are these three golden rules?
Yeah, sure. So, guys, if you start a game, take the center, try to take the center, develop your pieces, and castle. Get your king to a safe place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move to another game.
Oh,
And
this looks really interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite calm. I mean, there are. It's like the pawn of each player is like reversed, and I don't know how this pawn get here. Probably through, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened here. Honestly, it's so weird to see a black pawn here, and a white pawn there, and probably there was a cross of pawns.
It's an interesting position though. I'm wondering who is better and why. Because white can take the pawn on d3 at some point. Ah, okay, it was black to move actually. Okay, then black is absolutely fine. Yeah. After b4, the d5 pawn is a big weakness, and
Yeah,
so yeah, that compensates more than enough for the weak pawn on d3 at this moment.
yeah,
If
and
white
also
moved, then it was maybe different.
yeah, and also what I think, and yeah, say that this is annoying, but Porsche bishop pair I love, and bishop pair the position is going really to open up quite a lot, and I think that black will be very happy to have a couple of bishop between his minor pieces
Mm.
because they will have probably d5 will fall and the light color bishop will suddenly be extremely powerful.
Mhm.
So I guess is a great position for black. I would
Yeah.
definitely take black here.
Yeah, this looks great for black actually. So yeah, Alexandros from Cyprus, I believe, going strong. Yeah,
Yes.
so Cyprus, one of the favorites. Actually, the match Cyprus against Cayman Islands is, yeah, if you were a betting man, I would definitely bet on Cyprus here. The rating difference is quite vast there. Yeah, so, but yeah, who knows? There might be some surprises, so we'll of course keep an eye on that. So yeah,
Yeah.
you want to go to another game, perhaps?
Sure. Here we have an interesting endgame. Actually, now is not anymore interesting because, yeah, King d6 I guess is a mistake because allows the king just to march towards
Yeah.
the pawn on the king side. So
And white is a pawn up still.
yeah, that's true. There is an extra pawn on the king side, on the queen side as well. I don't like too much g5. I think no king g5 would be just easier, no?
King e5, king h6, king f4, king takes h7, king takes g4, king takes g6, king f3,
There is
king.
even f4 actually here.
I think, yeah,
Oh,
king.
even c3
Yeah, c3, nice.
and then f4, just cutting the king off.
Yeah, looks good. King g5 was definitely better than g5. Yeah. I'm wondering if after g5 it's still winning because the extra pawn is a double pawn, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really.
but c4 d4 is possible.
Yeah, and then probably just d5, I
Yeah.
suppose, with a winning position. Yeah, this should be winning for white, this pawn ending. So that means that. Oh no, white's a Haitian player. Not looking good for my team in Libya, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I will get another ban from another countries. It's very risky to comment this event because as soon as I say something negative about a country or I cheer for their opponent, I enter automatically in the blacklist. It's part of the contract, and
I
I
am
sadly
never.
signed that. So yeah, sorry, my dear friend from Libya, but probably for the next 40 years I will be banned from your country. I won't be there.
Yeah.
Let's see. But I will be very welcome in Haiti. So
Yeah.
okay, I guess this endgame is pretty winning, so let's move on.
Easily winning for white.
Yes. And here we have an oh sorry. Here we have an interesting position as well.
Oh, this looks like fun. So white is a piece up at the moment.
Yeah.
Actually, white to move. So after bishop takes. Okay, this. I need some time to focus here. What's going on?
Yeah. Because there are two pieces attacked for white, and
So
actually also the bishop here is hanging.
yeah. So
So
after bishop takes c8, rook takes c8. There are still two pieces hanging. Ah, okay. It's white is clearly better actually because yeah, knight f7. Interesting. Yeah, very nice. I would have said like bishop takes c8 for example instead of knight f7. By the way, and then rook takes c8, knight f3 back,
ah
or queen h5 also good. And the point is that after f takes e4, rook takes e4, white is simply a pawn up. So
uh-huh.
white is clearly in the driver's seat in this position still.
Yeah, I thought about something like that. Okay, yeah, it's as well. It's good as well.
Yeah, and then after f takes e4, you take back the knight, and you are still a pawn up. So yeah, looking good for the white player from Cape Verde. Yeah, also the
Now,
favorite, one of the players, one of the countries to qualify for the next division, perhaps. We both have Cape Verde in our top three standings, so
yes.
final top three standings. And
All
they're
right.
doing great because they won the first round as well.
Yes. All right. So let's move on to another game, and this is
Oh,
one.
this is actually a top game. Yeah, so we have the only international master playing in this pool, Mariano Ortega, playing against the FIDE master from Mauritania, Sidi Boidia. And so this is actually maybe the biggest individual match that we are going to have in this pool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what do you think, Alessia? Who do you think is better here?
It's hard to say. By the way, before deciding what is better here, let me welcome all the raiders from our main account. We are here going on with the commentary of the Olympiad. We are currently in the Pool C round number 2. And yeah, we are going on. We are looking all the games that are happening. If you want to have a look at the format here next to the board, there is the format. So no, it's on this side. So look at it.
Yeah.
All right. So what about this position? There is an isolated pawn for white, but for sure white has also more space and better pieces. I actually mostly I like to play with it. It's risky, but I like to play with an isolated pawn because mostly leads to initiative and um, yeah, a space advantage. And mostly I know that white should try to push the pawn. So to play d4 and open up line would be d5, sorry, and open up the lines would be good. For sure, in this specific position would be terrible. So I don't know actually who is better in this position. What do you think?
It's an unclear position. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I also don't really know how to assess this position. Usually, what white still has all the pieces on the board, which should give some attacking chances. Usually, when you have an isolated pawn, you want to keep as many minor pieces on the board as possible. So white has done that, and so that should give some attacking possibilities. Maybe even a move like g4, g5. I'm wondering if Fun Master Mike would suggest that, but it looks like an interesting idea to play g4, g5, just to get some initiative going. I mean, black doesn't really have any active ideas here, so you might get away with playing something like that. And yeah, otherwise, as black, you want to trade minor pieces, so I'm thinking that might be why. I'm wondering what the move knight c7 is for, though. Yeah, I would, for example, try and play a move like knight d7 at some point to try and trade off one pair of the knights. So actually, that was possible with a knight on d5, but it's not possible anymore with
Yeah,
knight on c7.
yeah,
So
because the knight on d5 was protecting the bishop on e7
yeah,
that would be hanging after moving this knight.
yeah,
So yeah, this is quite an unclear position, and yeah,
yeah.
it's also our top board, I would say, I guess, for this round. So
It is. Maybe even of the whole pool, this is the only international master participating in this pool. And also FIDE Master, those are also scarce in this pool. So yeah, this might actually be the top game of this pool.
yeah, so we will be back in a while to see how this game went on. And now we are here to another game with a candidate master against. Oh, I know this is still Cape Verde against Mauritania, and
Yep.
and we have a game with opposite color bishop, but there are also queen. So it seems actually that the position is quite blocked. There is not an easy point to attack for white, and also there is not an easy point to attack for black. I don't see a clear plan, it's hard to say. Probably is an equal position. What do you
Yeah,
think, Roland?
I think the same. Yeah, I would prefer maybe white slightly more because the bishop on f6 has no potential
Yeah.
if there will be a piece on e4. So then, yeah, it will be hard for the bishop to get active. So, for example, I would have considered maybe a move like e4 instead of bishop f6 to at least get the bishop active. But
Because
yeah, there
c3
is.
is.
Yeah, exactly. Because the c3 pawn is hanging, you are sacrificing the c6 pawn after queen takes e4, queen takes e4, bishop takes e3, bishop takes e6. But the extra pawn is on f5. It's a double pawn. It doesn't really.
No, there is bishop takes c6.
Yeah, but yeah, after b4, then the extra pawn is not doing very much for white, and so I'm guessing that this is more or less an easy draw for black. So yeah, so in any case, this endgame is very very drawish. Even if there's a bishop on e4, after queen f3, bishop e4, for example, then yeah, it should be pretty yeah drawish. In any case, so that would actually mean that will be an upset. And so that means that Cape Verde is doing really well against Mauritania, right? Oh, Mauritania, sorry.
Mauritania.
So, yeah, so let me be geography master instead of grandmaster for once. Mauritania is actually a country in West Africa. Yeah.
Okay, let me shortly show that here white is completely winning, I guess.
Mhm.
Is Mauritania will collect a point probably. Is Mauritania that is doing well or Cape Verde?
Well, with this game in mind, it's not so sure. Maybe we should take a look at the current scores as well.
Yes. And here we have the current score is, I guess, is not yet updated. They don't have results probably.
Unfortunately. So we have no clue what's going on, everybody.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, from what I saw, there were two games that were going very well for Cape Verde. This is the first game I saw that where Cape Verde was having problems. But actually, Peter van der Brink is there, and he is actually wasn't able to participate in the first round, I believe, but he is now participating. So that means that Aruba, who did well in the first round, is now in full strength in this round. So we're happy to see that.
Yeah, but I see that Peter used really a lot of time. Actually, I like when the nickname on chess.com is the real name, so please put your real name. Like this, I can call you Peter, like Peter van den Brick. I hope is his real name.
Yeah, it's true. That's his real name.
So, but he has some time problem. You see his time, so
And also,
let's
the
see.
position is not looking that great. He is currently going active on the H file, but White has everything nicely blocked, especially the knight on D3.
Yeah.
Beast there, Black cannot enter anywhere. Actually, White is playing this very, very safe in a very, very comfortable way, not allowing any form of counterplay there. So, yeah, Gabriel Sixtus from St. Lucia going strong again. Actually, St. Lucia also won their first round against Mauritania.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, winning against Peter van der Brink would be actually kind of an upset because Peter van der Brink is actually a 2100 player in real life.
Do you know
No, I don't, but he has a very Dutch name. I know this. Yeah.
him? You
Because
know, but because you know is rating even. So
I am, uh, I want to say something like all knowledgeable or something like that. No, I just know his rating. I have his rating right in front of me. So, yeah.
okay. So prepare your eyes because we are going to see quite a funny pawn endgame, guys.
Hmm.
Look at that. I
Okay.
guess White is pushing a4 and asking for a draw.
We have to stay to this game. This looks so interesting. I mean, will they go for a 50 move draw or will somebody blunder? Will somebody make a mouse slip here? Will it happen? I'm not too sure. What do you think, Alessia?
I guess is not a game where we should spend too much time on, and yeah, I guess it is not the case.
Hmm. Yeah, I actually agree there. Yeah. Let's
All
see.
right, so I just wanted to show for the eyes, but here we have another game. Seems like equal material. Well, black is a pawn up. Oh, but there are big threats. Oh, and just blunder the piece on c1.
Well, I think the piece was already lost because of the rook
Yeah,
a92 was happening.
knight 2 exactly.
Yeah, so this is looking good for Mauritania. Yeah, hard. Whoa, knight d1. So yeah, that even loses the rook there. Yeah, this is an interesting matchup. I have no idea who will win. Cape Verde with some good games, Mauritania with some
Mauritania.
good games.
It's a
Uh,
fight. It's a fight.
it's a real fight indeed. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to another game. This will be probably winning for black. And here we have Cyprus against Cayman Highlands. And here white is a pawn up and there's also very active rooks. Um, so yeah, probably queen b3 could be a very good move. So it would be nice to get a knight to c6. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess here also white is doing really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't agree more. Yeah, and actually, Cyprus is leading with 3-0 at the moment. They are doing extremely well. And if they win this, if Konstantinos wins this game, then he will deliver the final blow in this match. So that means they will
Mm-hmm.
win points.
All right. So maybe we can see. Okay, this game is going to end up quite soon, I guess. Is Saint
Uh,
Lucia against Aruba?
mhm.
And it
Yeah.
seems like white is quite crashing against black king. Still, I don't see a mate. Uh,
Well, yeah, just queen takes g6, grab another pawn.
Probably
Three pawns
e6.
at the moment. Yeah,
Yeah,
e6 looks natural. You can also just start grabbing all kinds of pawns, perhaps.
yeah.
Maybe h4 is at some point a good move. h4, h5,
And
possible.
also time is very few. So I
Mhm.
guess c6 is a good move because it is both threatening mate and also threatening rook f5 that is nearly mate.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
this
guess,
is looking very good for uh,
yeah.
Aruba, the Aruban player Octavio Cruz. Yeah.
Alright, let's move shortly to another one. And here we have. This is a bit more interesting because white is just a pawn up. But yeah, it's not so easy
Yeah.
to bring this pawn because
The, I had an endgame like this once against Benjamin Bock during one of the national championships. I managed to lose that game
oh,
because it's very hard to stop a pawn when there's a queen and a rook still on the board.
yeah.
So I would have maybe even tried to play a move like queen e5, trying to trade off the queens, but queen c3 allows the move queen f4. It's still okay because after king g1, there's no additional check for black. But queen
But
is
now there are some threats like rook. Yeah, okay, rook e3, rook at
uh,
least.
well, rook e2 runs into rook a8 mate.
Oh, rook e8, rook e8. No,
Now f4.
no,
This
come
is
on.
e2. Yeah, so white is doing.
Okay, f6 I think is still.
Yeah, so this is winning for white. Okay, now just trade everything and you're winning.
I guess f4, no?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, both win.
Yeah.
So this is looking good for.
What?
Uh,
Really?
but rook
Wait.
five.
Rook
Rook
f5.
five. This is crazy. What's happening here? I have no idea. Rook f5 was winning for black. It was a check, and
Yeah,
five is still hanging.
because there is a check here and the
Holy
queen
mo-
is hanging.
This game is a roller coaster. What's happening?
Yeah.
Rook a. Oh, oh, wow. That was a close call for white. Okay, I guess Samantha doesn't want to trade queens and rooks and just wants to keep on playing like this. That's whew, okay. That was tough. Okay, let's go again. Rook a5 is still possible.
I can't believe that.
All right. So yeah, what is going to happen here? Probably just a move like b4. Queen f4. It works. Threatening queen takes f7. This looks okay still for white. Yeah, black is still in a pickle, of course. Yeah. Queen e6, rook takes f7 would be good. Queen takes f7, queen takes e5, queen d4 also good.
Yeah.
Yeah, white needs to deliver the finishing blow somehow. So f4 at some point would be good. This is looking very good for Aruba. Aruba playing with their top two players, Peter van der Brink and Octavio Cruz. But Aruba is actually down in the lead. Peter van den Brink lost on the first board against Gabriel Sixtus. So yeah, Aruba needs to come back from that loss.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, are we going to see a draw? Oh no, not really.
White declines the draw. A5, nice move. Rook takes A5, Queen D2, double attack. Rook E4, okay, putting some pressure.
Yeah,
Black
there is a threat of Rook F4 and Rook E1.
Okay.
So... Oh! No! Again!
No, G3.
Ah, G3, G3.
Calm down, calm down. But still, Queen F3 and then Rook E1. Oh, okay, Queen F5. Now it's good again. No, now it's bad again. Queen F3, Rook E1, Rook E2. Not well. King. What is this, a draw now? No.
Wait, Rook E2 is good still because
Yeah.
King G2 check and then Queen F3.
Yeah, or Rook E1 even.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
is Black winning? Black's going to win this.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Wow. Rook, wait. Queen E3 now? Okay, no. You hate to see it. Oh.
Queen. Oh wait, we have still perpetual. Queen E3 is perpetual.
Oh, I'm going
And
crazy.
we have Queen E3.
There was
G5.
Rook B6, I suppose. Is it perpetual now? Really? Yeah.
Wait.
Rook B6, King H5, G4.
But F6? If F6?
Yeah.
Oh, time! Oh, King H1 and now is mating too?
Oh, she sees it. Joanna sees. Oh.
Oh, Queen E4. Queen E4.
17 seconds to see Queen E4, and there you go. Finally, the delivering blow.
Yeah, should be over.
Oh, well, this is so... Yeah, you hate to see stuff like this. Oh. Poor Samantha. She was playing so... What is this? What a game. What a game, really. I'm going crazy.
I can't believe I'm watching that.
Now White is winning again. Well, actually, Queen B1.
Oh, flag incoming!
Okay, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Oh my god.
White was winning. Forgot to win. Then Black was winning, missed mate in 1, mate in 2, mate in 3, and then didn't want to mate in 1. Instead, forgot the time and lost. Okay, now I feel bad for Joanna. Joanna, you showed real resilience there. You did great. Unfortunately, that you lost on time, really. Wow, that was really a roller coaster ride. So.
Yeah, a real one. Incredible.
This was a critical game as well. This was the decisive game. If Joanna won, then St. Lucia would have won this match. But now that Samantha won, actually 3.5, 2.5 for Aruba. Whoa.
Yeah. Hard. So
Chess is tough. It's a tough game, guys.
Yeah, can be tough. And after Rollercoaster, I mean, at least both players were having chances. So yeah, what are you searching, Roland?
Searching for a light because it's getting dark here.
It's getting dark. Your face is quite lightly.
Yeah, I have a lamp shining on my face, but my room is like not really.
Yeah, if you need to switch on some light, feel free to do that.
This round is really insane. I first want to check if there maybe are some other games still left playing. For example, what's going on at the Aditi and Lydia match?
There is still one game actually. You were right, but this game is completely, completely winning for White. So this is the very last game that we have. Okay,
so actually Mauritania is playing with their two top players this time. So actually, they came to play as well.
Yeah.
And Mauritania is playing very well. They are in the lead with 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that will be more or less 5-0.
Yeah. And here, I mean, I guess White is not going to do stalemate also because White is is a candidate master that doesn't want to give mate with just one queen, but want to bring another queen. And yeah, now check should be mating.
Will there be a stalemate?
No, I guess not. I guess not.
A stalemate or not the stalemate?
No stalemate. I was able to do stalemate with two queens, but I was in serious time pressure. All right. So this was the last game of this extremely crazy. There is also a clip on the chat of. I'm so shocked about that game, and it's incredible how chess can. Really, the tables in chess can turn out suddenly like this, and so many times in the same game, one move after each other. That's impressive. That's incredible.
I've never seen such entertainment value. That was the most entertaining game I've ever seen.
Oh!
Carlson, Anna, no, the game between Samantha and Joanne was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, at least they will be very happy to hear that, I guess.
Yeah. All right. With that, we finished round 2. Actually, shall we briefly take a look at the results of this round?
Yes, I think the results are in the way to get back. So I think we will take a break, and then we will come back with results, new pairings, and the last round of the day. And then, guys, we will both go to sleep. So, yeah. All right. I guess see you for the last round of the day. And see you in about 5 minutes. See you guys. And here we are back for the last round of the day, round 3 Pool C base division. Um, Amazing, we have standings for CPO already available for the first 2 rounds. So let's get a look at that. So here in this card we have all the scoreboard of each pool, and pool A and B are after 3 rounds. Sorry, pool C is just after the first 2 rounds, and now we are going to see the round third. So Cyprus, Aruba, Antigua, Libya. Wait, where is Haiti? Wait, Haiti lost. No.
I was going to ask you about Haiti. Like, where do you think they are at the moment? But yeah, unfortunately for Haiti, they lost their match against Libya, and they are now on 0 points. So yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
two and a
But
half, three and a half. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, impressive, impressive. Let's see if we have the pairings already of round 3. Yes, here we have.
okay.
Here we have. These are the pairings from round 3. So, and the games will start in 2 minutes. So we are getting ready. And will we have other exciting games like in the previous?
Yes, and I'm actually very curious about the match Cyprus versus Mauritania. Cyprus, one of the favorites to win the Pool C, but Mauritania actually beating their very strong opponent in the previous round and on their way back to perhaps a good placement in the C pool. So that will be my match to watch in this round. Is there any matchup that you would be interested in, Alicia?
Well, you know what I'm interested in. It's
What?
called Haiti.
Ah, okay.
I care a lot about our battles, so
Yeah, everyone, if she loses the bet, then she has to do 50 push-ups. So, of course, not what she wants. So, yeah,
yeah.
no way.
Okay. No. But the
Well,
game are on, so let's focus on game, not on battle. Let's focus on chess. And yeah, the game has started. So we have the first 3 games, I guess. I hope soon we will have also uh, more games.
yeah.
Um,
So, we're waiting for the other games to start. We are now looking at the Cayman Islands against Granada. Yeah, Granada winning the previous round, so they're also on their way back to a good position in the C pool. And the Cayman Islands, yeah, not doing the greatest at the moment, but hey, they might come back as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we have some games. E4. Oh, here we have already 15 moves played. What is this?
All right, this is board 2, I believe, of Mauritania against Cyprus. Cyprus being the black player in this case. A French exchange variation. You love to see it, of course. And after bishop d6,
You're joking, no?
well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
you can underestimate this opening a little bit, though. There have been quick wins from the white side in this opening. And if you are aiming for a draw, then this opening is a pretty good choice as well. So there is still some play left, although if you play very symmetrical, then you could, of course, go for a quick draw here.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it is pretty interesting. It's not that unclear to play an opening like this.
So both players are just developing their pieces. What do you think about f6?
It's okay. I mean, there's a small weakness now on e6, but I don't see a clear way for white to make use of that. And after queen d7, long castle, I think f6 is pretty fine. And actually, if the bishop moves back to h4, then there maybe is some potential with g5 and h5 at some point. Yeah, because they will go for opposite color castles, opposite castling. So that could lead to a very interesting game. So I think we maybe should put a pin in this game and come back later at some
No,
point
there
because
is actually there we have more moves.
okay.
Queen c2, long castle, and I guess black will start to push the pawn.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got a more interesting position than you initially would think with an exchange French.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So now please don't all start playing the exchange French, but it is a kind of an underestimated opening.
Yeah, I actually like a lot black position. It seems so near to push g3. That is already a break point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like this plan, and I think this is maybe Nakamura played this plan with knight g7, f6, long castle. Might be, but it seems very interesting, promising for black. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too. G3 is easily met though, I believe, with f takes g3 and h3, which should be more or less okay. But there are, of course, some tricks in the position. I think this position is very double-edged at the moment. Black needs to find a way through in the white's position, but and white needs to find a way through in the black position.
Mm-hmm.
Knight c5, rook e6 are ideas. Yeah, this is very double-edged. It's not so clear who is really better here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like optically. I like black though. This looks better for black because of the g3 potential. Black seems to be a bit faster with.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, before moving to another game, I want shortly to change for the viewers the color of the names, because it will be much better to see them in black. Like this, it will be easier to read. So as is one click, I want to do that.
Yeah, everything for the viewers, of course.
Yeah, sure. So, and here we have it, and we are back with the black names. Like this will be also easier, and we have g3 on the board. G3 is on the board.
Yeah,
So
so the way to meet this is f takes g3 and h3 to keep the lines closed. But then there might be some knight g6, knight f4, knight takes h3 ideas.
oh, sorry. The way to keep close is f take and h3. True.
F takes g3 and h3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's not so clear how black's going to win this.
Yeah. I mean, something like f5, f5, f4, f3 is maybe too slow.
It takes a lot of time, yeah,
Yeah.
because white has the square under total control. So I was thinking maybe knight g6, knight f4, and then maybe sacrifice somehow. But white has queen f5 with total protection there. So yeah, it's not easy to see how black is going to push through here. There might be some creative ideas, but I don't see them at the moment.
Yeah. So we might see how white is going to proceed this attack on the queen side.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very double-edged position. So we're definitely going back to this game at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we have a Sicilian with e6 line, bishop c5, knight c3, knight e7. Actually, I never saw this line. I mean, this order of move is pretty new for me. a6, e5, queen c7, and f4. Yeah, I don't know if this e5 f4 was good or too early, because yeah, it takes a lot of space and would be very nice if white can get a stable control of the d6 square, but the knight on d4 seems a bit unstable. I don't know if something like queen b6 could be already dangerous. Maybe.
I think queen a b6 is usually met with knight a4. And I think that still works for white. I think so. But I
Yeah.
think maybe even more important is a move like h6 and g5 to try and undermine the center there
Oh,
because
wow.
it is a little bit exposed. So stuff like that could be interesting.
I like it because e5 is hanging.
Yeah, after f takes g5, yeah, you can even take back on g5 if you want. But queen takes e5 is probably better, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, even a move like knight c6 should be okay because with bishop g5 and f4, all you want to do is basically get control over the a7 and g1 diagonal. So yeah, I like how black's position is. So the opening is working for the player from the Cayman Islands.
Yeah. All right. So let's move to another board. Here we have also an e5, actually just played, and this was also a Sicilian.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, e5 is a typical move in many Sicilians. Don't know how good was in this particular moment because liquidated the d6 pawn that is mostly a target in many lines. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so if black managed to develop his light squares bishop, can be through b5 or bishop d7, bishop c6. I think black will have a very comfortable position. Actually, I would even prefer black.
Yeah, I agree there. Yeah, usually you want to play e5, but maybe sometimes there's still a white colored bishop on the board for white. And yeah, bishop d7, bishop c6 looks very natural. Yeah, I agree. I think I would prefer black as well. Although white can have some pressure over the d file. So after bishop d7, rook d1, black has to play a move like queen c8 or queen e8 to get out of the pin. And then maybe with a move like knight e4. I don't know. I think it works for black still. So, but yeah, the most important thing is that the bishop can get out, and after that, usually it's okay for black. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, okay, this game we were already following. This is a new game, and but it's very early stage. Knight c6, close Sicilian with bishop b5, g6, bishop take, d take, f4. Yeah, players are very aggressive. They push their pawn, not considering that they won't come back. But might be that here f4 is completely playable. Bishop g7, knight
Yeah.
f3, c4, e4, a4.
Yeah. So we're looking at board one of the match, Cyprus versus Mauritania. Yeah. Let's see. I haven't seen this before actually. This f4 move usually, and c4 actually also not as a reply. So both players are playing extremely opportunistic here.
Yeah,
C4 with the idea to disrupt white's development because often b3 or d3. Yeah, black can take the pawn on d3, and then there's no problem with the double pawn on the c file anymore.
yeah,
So yeah, very ambitious. I don't know what to say. What about a move like queen e2, for example?
yeah. Simply attacking here because b5 would not be good because a7 at the end would be hanging. So yeah, maybe something like bishop e6 is needed, but also this could be met by knight g5.
Exactly. It's not so clear how black's going to defend that pawn. There might be maybe some way, but there's also the knight on g8 and the rook on h8 to consider, which still need to be developed. So yeah, this is looking good for white for Cyprus.
Yeah, and we have exactly queen e2 is on the board, so I think white will have some. We'll have to think about how to deal with that move because it's not so easy. White is doing well here.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah.
Here we have a new position.
Okay. So this is a very close position. It looks pretty equal to me. Maybe I slightly prefer black because of the bishop, which could maybe be brought into the game with a move like f6, bishop f7 at some point. But yeah, it's fairly equal. Queen f6, interesting move. You could take on f3, disrupting white's pawn structure there, but it should not be that much. It's about equal, I would say. I would prefer black slightly better though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, and how should black proceed in this game?
well, you could, I guess, taking on f6 is the way. F3 is now the way to go.
Mm-hmm. So
And play
black.
the rook ending with, for example, after bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, queen takes f3, g takes f3, play a move like f5 and try to pressure over the f file, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks interesting. Like, yeah, I think black should be slightly better here.
Yeah, I like it. Good. So we will see how this will go on. Let's go on. So here we have different teams. We have Libya against Saint Lucia, and yeah, the position is the material is pretty equal. There is a knight for white, and who is the move? Okay, it's black to move here. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if black. I mean, the black squares are a bit weak. F2 is a bit weak. H2 could be a target. I don't know if white is black could make a good usage of that. What do you think?
It's hard. I mean, you do have two active pieces, and the rook on f8 is also active.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see a real break anywhere. I mean, the knight on g4 is also aiming the strong bishop on e5. So I think black is still better because of the active possibilities. But on the other hand, it's not so much because white's position is still solid. And maybe white can even think after a move like knight takes e5 at some point, queen takes e5, and then start attacking maybe the d6 pawn, which
Mm-hmm.
could lead to some counterplay. So I would say that the position is about roughly equal. Not much going on here. Yeah, we'll have to see how the game progresses too. Yeah, we
Okay.
have not reached the critical point here yet.
So let's go to another one. Here are actually another team again. We have Aruba against Cape Verde.
Okay, this is board one. Yeah, Peter van der Brink against Ortega from the Cape Verde. So yeah,
Yes.
again, the strongest player in this pool, who has an official rating of about 2400. So yeah, he's carrying his team so far with some good results for Cape Verde. Playing against Peter van der Brink, and this looks, yeah, like a very slow English position where they both are trying to outmaneuver their opponent. White has a nice square for the knight on d5, but there's no big idea after that. So yeah, also here the game still has to explode. And yeah, they're both just rearranging their pieces accordingly. Yeah,
I have
position.
a question for you. I just was thinking that in this competition there is actually also a coach. Every team has a coach, a national coach. How do you think is important the preparation for an online event? Because mostly in physical event, every team prepares before the round. Do you think they were going to prepare? And do you think what could have been the best way to prepare for such an event?
Well, I'll have to message my Dutch colleagues if they're actually doing that, but I do think they're doing that. Yeah, well, because there is days between the rounds. So in when we reach I'm not sure that in these lower divisions they will do that, but there's definitely a possibility that the top divisions will do that because there is days between the rounds. So like today, we have 3 rounds today, 3 rounds tomorrow, and 3 rounds on Monday. So that means that they have time to prepare for their opponent. So yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure that they will actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And but okay, not in the lower divisions. I think they just want to have fun and see where they're going.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I was also actually thinking the same, that the preparation in the lower decision is not so important. It's actually important to be energized, to be there, and to be ready to have fun on the board.
Yeah, that's what makes such an event great. It's one of the yeah, and actually, I really like that countries like this get a chance to participate because the participation is all that matters, and it also gives some, of course, some attention to countries like this who could also potentially produce, yeah, very strong players, of course. So, yeah.
Yeah, great. So what are your prediction about this game? I know it might be still far
It's
away from something.
it's very early to call. I like B5. I think Black shows his intentions there. I'm not sure if it's objectively the best move here, but it should be fine. I think White should answer with a move like Knight CD5 at some point.
Yeah.
Taking on B5 could be dangerous. Opening the B file could lead to potential for Black. And if the C pawn actually gets traded to the B pawn, then Black could maybe start advancing the D pawn as well, as the D5 square will not be protected anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
critical position for White. Black has fought for a long time though, so if White finds a good way of play here, White should be in the driver's seat perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess here we have. Let's go to another game. I guess here there is a queen missing. So, yeah, I guess Aruba will collect a great point. So, yeah, this game will be very soon to finish. And here we have a pawn endgame. I guess this will be one of the very first board. Haiti is playing against Antigua.
Mhm.
And Black has a pawn up in this endgame. So, should be winning probably.
Yeah, this is a winning pawn ending, absolutely. Yeah, you can just play. What can you play? A5 is, for example, winning at the moment, I believe,
Yeah,
or
b5,
B5.
not really.
Well, also because after A takes B5, A takes B5, then
Yeah, but after a5 is my question.
King C6 and King C5.
Ah, king c6, yeah, just advancing. Yeah.
It should still be winning, I believe. Yeah.
Because after a b, the king is like in Zhuang, so then the
Yeah.
king will go to e5 and grab another pawn and completely winning.
Yeah. Haiti
So,
is the clear favorite in this match as well. They have all rated players, while Antigua has not. And actually, Antigua forfeited two of their games. So this should be a clear win for Haiti in this round.
yeah. All right. So, let's move on to other position. Here we have another board of Saint Lucia against Libya.
Mhm.
It's
Complicated.
actually, I
Um,
was just thinking that is do your researches. That was hard to keep track on which board are we, and probably is what you are searching to search information about the players. And because with so many boards it's hard, but now we have an amazing double attack. Knight c6. Actually, also
oh,
e7 is hanging, so also there is bishop f4. Actually, bishop
oh,
f4 is the way to go.
this went downhill for
Yeah.
St. Lucia player. That's unfortunate. Yeah. So yeah, this is looking winning, more than winning. It's already over. Yeah, it should be a clear win for White.
Yes.
Libya, let's go.
Yeah, happy for your Libyan friends. Very happy.
Oh,
Yoo-hoo.
I'm happy. I'm happy
Oh,
with.
but this also, the table here turned quite fast. This was another game of Libya. And Libya is also winning here because there was a knight that I don't see anymore in this position. And I don't know how the knight disappeared. So yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, black is absolutely totally winning here, of course. Yeah. So once again, a very good position for the Libyan player. So Libya going strong in this round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately. No, no, no. We
Yes.
all know
I
that you
hate,
are
I hate that
happy.
they're doing well. I hate that they're doing
Also, here there is a rook up, so let's see if I can find more. Uh, yeah, not so clear situation like this, for example, is still not a clear situation, and there are.
Yeah. So, okay, we left this position earlier, and black actually managed to get a bishop on b7,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually better than on c6 where we left off. Yeah, with the bishop developed on b7, I think it's clearly that black is in favor. The bishop on b7 is stronger than any of the two knights at the moment, and yeah, I would clearly pick black in this position. So Cyprus doing strong on this board.
Oh, sorry.
And yeah, this is the most interesting match, I believe.
Yes.
But,
So there are some boards that where I see serious time problems, at least for one of the colors.
all
So
right.
one is this, for example, is still a complex position as there are rooks and queen.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw something quite crazy in the previous round where were involved queen and one rook. This time there are two rooks, but still we know that with such strong and powerful pieces everything can happen, and tables can turn like 10 times in a row and dramatically. So
Yeah,
let's see.
that was so entertaining. Hopefully, we'll see something like that again. All right. Black is doing very well, I would say. Uh, oh, rook f2. What about queen takes f2?
Yeah, it's missing a pawn, but
Ooh,
I guess f5 could be a
yeah,
good way to yeah, to okay, h3, interesting, counter-attacking. Yeah,
getting.
when there are queen and rooks is a guarantee of craziness.
Yeah, so black actually missed something. If you go one or two moves back, then you'll see that rook f2 could actually have been met by queen takes f2.
Yes.
No, queen takes f2.
Oh.
Rook takes f2 and rook b1. Mate.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
So, yeah, that is unfortunate for black. Black immediately played queen d5 there.
Yeah.
So,
Which
yeah,
is
it's not bad. I mean, f6 was a bit of a pity because now the open file on
is
the open
closed.
f file is closed, so now the rooks on f2 and f1 are not doing much.
Yeah. There is
Well,
still the D file that could get um yeah, good. But this check is good. So let's see.
rook h5 incoming at some point, I
Yeah.
believe. So rook f2 back. All right. Yeah, so black is absolutely winning now. Much more active. Rook h5, rook takes e5. Should be very
Yeah.
good. Rook takes c3, also good. Is there a way for white to get active somehow? Somehow you need to get a rook on a b file, I believe, and try to create some counterplay
For
there.
white you mean.
Yeah, for white.
We are
Yeah.
trying to, yeah, but it's not so easy to get a rook there. Yeah, g3 I was thinking to play this move g3 in order to avoid it, at least.
Black.
H take g2.
Yeah, black isn't in kind of a time trouble here. Rook h5. Yeah, finally that move brings out the last piece that black needs to get into play. Very nice. So rook b1. All right. Also very logical. So I'm guessing rook b3 is now.
Just you know what would be a blunder? Rook f5.
Yeah, rook f5.
Queen h6, and is actually not yet clear, but because there is a queen protecting.
Yeah, it's rook b8. That's made me too, I believe.
Yeah.
Instead of rook b3. Okay, queen e4. That's an interesting try. Let's see if queen a8 will be missed or not.
Oh,
Great.
nearly.
Good job. King g8 is perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, is it though? Because
Queen a8, queen a8, queen e8. What about this?
yeah, that was a clear. That was not so easy to.
Because there was a rook hanging on b1. That's why.
Maybe rook takes and then c takes and then queen a8 and queen e8 would have been
Okay,
interesting.
but now I would play really.
Like now, exactly. Okay, queen c2. Okay, but white needs to be active, otherwise.
Yeah, otherwise will be just. Yeah. Okay, I will shortly move to another position. I see 7 seconds on the board. So this is the crazy position that we were looking before. Actually, it's completely lost because.
Yeah. So there you go. White wins with the exchange French. How how you like that?
Yeah. Okay, this is completely winning. So let's go back to the game we were looking at. And now there are really a lot of pawns, and I guess this will be winning. So let's move to this game. Here, white is an exchange down, but the king on h8 might be a bit exposed. I guess he's not really in trouble
Yeah,
because
queen c5. Yeah. Changing the queens, and so now the king on h8 is never in trouble anymore.
but I
Yeah.
mean, white is getting some pawn, a7 and also e7. I guess this is a comp. Oh no! I mean, black cannot take b2. would would run into the check on d4. Don't take on b2.
This is Cyprus versus Mauritania.
Yeah, he saw that. So
Five. Ooh, e5. I'm not sure that I like that move. It weakens so many squares. Bishop h6.
yeah, I like bishop g5 maybe.
Bishop g5, f6 might still be okay.
Okay, so maybe bishop h6 immediately maybe then.
Yeah, and then rook g8. It's I don't know. It's unclear. I think I would rather pick black. I think still, but yeah, it's not so easy. No, maybe white has enough play for the exchange there. So yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm wondering how the match is going anyway. So I'm going to look and see if there are already some results. The match is Cyprus is 1-0 up on board 4. Victoria Sokolova has won against Limam Kadiyatu. Excuse my pronunciation.
No worries.
Yeah. So that means that Cyprus is in the lead so far. And yeah, very interesting to see how this will go. Bishop
Yeah.
g5, rook d6, hopefully. Otherwise, it's made in 2, made in 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Let's see if rook d6 gets on the board.
Oh, a rook is hanging.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resignation, and we understand why.
Instant resignation on board 1.
Yeah. Okay, here we have an interesting endgame. Probably not so interesting as black has 3 pawn on the queen side that are going to promote. Maybe we find out some interesting games. For example, this endgame might be interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
White pawn up. Oh.
Wait, but isn't that a rook hanging there?
Oh,
Or
wow.
am I blind?
What
Or
is happening?
I mean, isn't a rook hanging? I mean,
Not taking on c6. Yeah, the rook is hanging. I see it too.
I mean, am I?
Oh boy.
I know there is a transmission problems or what?
That might be some problem, yeah, because yeah, okay.
No, come on.
Maybe rook d6 has been played somewhere and it did not get on the board.
But how does it happen? I mean, this is not like a live. It's not that it's. I mean, it's a game. I think this cannot happen on chess.com. I mean, the rook must be on c6. Maybe
But
they are trolling. They text each other. Let's troll our hosts. And
well, then these Libyan and Saint Lucia player must know each other. Also not very likely. So yeah, I'm wondering what happens here. I mean, they're not even in time trouble, so there must be
yeah.
something going on in this game. Otherwise, may there
Ah,
you go, taking
so the
her.
rook was hanging for like
Oh, I think it was double blindness or something.
so. 1,
Happens.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, keep going. 11. Doesn't matter. 12. Okay, 12 moves. So, okay, doesn't matter. I mean, the rook is not so important.
It was hiding in the blind spot. That was it.
Exactly. Alright, now it's completely winning for white. So, let's move to some other boards. For example, this game might be interesting.
Is it?
I
Uh,
see two minor pieces
oh, yeah.
and
Against
a rook.
rook. Two minor pieces and a pawn against the rook, though.
Yeah.
So this should be in favor for black. But okay, if the h pawn starts rolling up the board, then it could be a bit tricky for black. But no, this should be clearly better for black, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pawn up two pieces against the rook. That's always better. So yeah, looking good for once again the Cyprus player. So yeah, the big match, Mauritania versus Cyprus, is going very, very well for Cyprus at the moment. And Cyprus, with that, I believe, are clearly the favorites to win the Pool C, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost the game, by the way, though. Board one of Cyprus lost against board one of Mauritania.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they need one more point to at least secure a draw and 1.5 more point to secure a win.
Okay. Good. So let's move to this position because
Oh, yeah.
I see some pieces on the board. So maybe we try to draw a map here. There is a piece hanging here, I guess.
A treasure map, perhaps. Let's see. How are we going to do this? Black is looking very good, I think. I think black has more pressure. Yeah, you're right. The knight on e3 is attacked. The pawn on e2 is a real weakness. And material wise, it's black is a pawn up, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And after rook a b8, knight d1, is knight c2 a move? Winning the exchange, perhaps?
Yeah, seems like. I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. This should be winning for
Yeah.
international master from Cape Verde. Yeah, I definitely believe so. Yeah. Cape Verde versus Aruba is an intense match. Both teams have 1.5 points, so yeah, the end result is still open in this match.
Yeah. So knight c2 is on the board. Let's shortly move to this endgame. It's a pawn and knight endgame. Mostly when there is just one knight, they are very similar to pawn endgame. So two pawns up means winning for black. Also, actually, mostly also when there is just one pawn up, is mostly winning. Maybe not so clear with so few pawns. But two pawns up is for sure enough to... Should be for sure enough to win that.
Yeah. Usually that should be enough. Yeah, I actually won an endgame like this against Martin Kravtsev when I was playing a tournament in India, and so yeah, this should be quite an easy win actually. Although you really should not want to lose another pawn here as black, because then the
Mm-hmm.
pawn margin really is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knight g3, good move. King f3, just move the knight back to maybe even forward. To h5, for example, and then to f4. That looks quite nice.
Yeah, that's true. Then maybe pushing slowly in the pawn, g5. Okay.
Well, repeating one time is not the end of the world.
Maybe we'll play just g5. Ah no,
Well,
g5 is
yeah,
not good.
knight takes e5 is still a little bit of a problem here.
Mm-hmm.
So knight g3 and now knight h5 would be good. Very good. Yeah. Well done by the Cyprus player. Yeah, this is actually, we're looking at the last board of this match. So this is board 6. Knight f4, very well done. And yeah,
Yeah,
now
this probably will be... Oh! Yeah, now this, and now these two pawns must be just pushed.
should be a winning endgame. If this was an opposite colored bishop ending, then this is actually a draw. But since there are knights on the board, this is a clear win for black.
Yeah. Okay, let's shortly move to this endgame because it got a bit quite interesting. Oh, you remember, this was the endgame where there were two minor pieces against a rook, and you said it's better for black, the only risk is the h-pawn, and now the h-pawn is becoming
Yeah,
a queen.
there's nothing you can do about it. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, you could try and hold on with your knight and king. In time trouble, it might be a bit tricky to win with a queen versus the knight. But yeah, in general,
Yeah.
this should be winning for white, of course. I mean, the queen is so much stronger than the knight and the pawn, so
Yeah.
it should be pretty much over. But okay, who knows? It is time trouble. They're closing in on that.
At least for black is... Yeah, they're both actually close to time trouble, but yeah, that's true. It's still... Still there are some pawns, maybe we'll push now. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cyprus is actually 3-1 up in the match. So that means that with a draw, at least a draw, then they have once again the full 2 points in this.
Yeah. Which is very good. So Cyprus should just Andreas should just try to avoid to hang on his queen, and then should be safe.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if there are interesting endgames. There is this endgame shortly.
No. Well, this is interesting. Yeah. This after bishop e5, it should be a draw because you will give the bishop for the d4 pawn.
But why here was winning? Maybe these three. Oh no.
King takes f2 and should be okay for white.
Maybe
Yeah.
bishop g2.
Well, take king takes g3 should be a draw.
I don't know why is showing that here should be winning.
It looks like it's a maybe bishop e. No. Maybe bishop e1. Yeah, king e4, bishop g3, bishop g1, and then maybe bishop e5 is winning.
No.
No, it's not.
But h3.
King g4, king g4, king takes d4, king f3.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is incredible. It's quite hard. But yeah, might be winning. But let's see how it will.
Yeah, after bishop e3, I think that after bishop e5, it should be a draw. Yeah, very good. You just need to take the d4 pawn. But king h3 is a smart maneuver to not allow the white king to enter on h1. If you take the d4 pawn and the white king enters on h1, then it's a clear draw because there's the wrong bishop for black to win. So, yeah, there you go.
And now it's a draw. Because it's enough to keep the king here, and this is a theoretical draw.
This is in all the endgame books. Yeah, theoretical draw. There's no way to get the king out of the corner.
So this should be the last game of the match. That is going to be pretty good and clear for black.
Yeah,
Um,
just push the pawns and move your knight around accordingly, and you should win.
yes.
For example, h4,
Sorry.
g at some point.
H4 and G3.
Yeah, or h4, h3.
Yeah.
White lost that. So after knight f2, h3 is not good because white can take the 2 pawns.
Yes. Oh!
Oh,
I can't believe that!
oh, this is brilliant.
Imagine if
Oh,
black just played king h2. White
oh
just played
my,
king h2.
that.
No, it takes.
Oh, well, okay, there's no harm there because Cyprus only needed a draw to win the match. So,
Yeah, but still, yeah. Always, this is the only risk of the game of the basically of this end game. You should try not to avoid that white is going to sacrifice a knight for your 2 pawns because you're not winning alone with the knight. So
yeah.
this is going to be a draw. Yes, king take and draw is on the board.
Mhm.
Please take that. Okay, we will trust. We will trust. Okay. So this is the very last game that is also a draw, but they are still playing. And I know actually there is another game, but I'm not sure if this is. Let's see. I'm not sure if this game is of the event or not.
Doesn't look like it, but no, these are.
No, because it's against Slovenia. So no, yeah, sorry, but I mean they are starting new games, and so I
Cayman.
get confused. I think no, this is not. But I wish you a lot of fun, guys. PD Ciclone against Alazze. So I guess that in a while we are going to get all the results and the scoreboard of this round. Here is the scoreboard of Pool A, B, and C. Pool C is updated until round 2. So we need the results of the last round. In about 1 minute, we will get the final results of the day, and we will be able to watch all the results and all the pairings scoreboard of the day. So I guess it's a nice background, to still have this game to watch.
Well,
Is
it's
some
still because I think black is more or less getting slaughtered here. So, yeah,
yeah, but
yeah,
but it's training for the matches of tomorrow.
yeah.
So actually, yes, let's remind to everybody our appointments of tomorrow. Roland.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So tomorrow we will be back, of course, with full coverage of Pool A, Pool B, and Pool C, rounds 4 until 6. And of course, on Monday we will do exactly the same on the last 3 rounds. So rounds 7, 8, and 9. Yeah. So yeah, we're only at the beginning of the Olympiad. These are the lowest countries based on their rating strength, and we are going to see a lot more countries participating with even statistically better players. So yeah, it's a lot of fun ahead of us. So do stay on the Twitch channel. Well, we are going to leave after this round, but stay, look at a previous broadcast, have fun with that. But yeah, if you want to see us live, of course, keep an eye on the Twitch channel, and we will be there tomorrow and the day after again.
Yes, and we have all the results of the day and also all the scoreboard standings of each pool, so we can draw some conclusion at the end of the day. These are the results. The winning team are Haiti, Libya. There is a draw between Aruba and Cape Verde. Cyprus won and Cayman Islands won. So let's move shortly to the scoreboard. Like this, we see the teams that are leading at the moment. So at this point, I will be according to our bet. So Pool A.
Pool A, I think we had I had Oman versus, and you had Pakistan, I believe.
So it's like a draw because both would qualify.
So far, yeah. And Pool B, well, unfortunately, I wasn't there to cover Pool B.
But we will
But
make tomorrow some bet. I can just say that I bet on San Marino and yeah.
you're doing great with your bets, it seems. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yes.
what was your bet on Pool C again?
I think Cyprus, Aruba, and Cape Verde, and Haiti. But Haiti is a bit down. Instead, Libya is on track.
Yeah. So I had Libya.
Yeah, so you are currently leading your bet, but
All right.
my dear Roland Pruijssers, there are still two more days to go. So
Absolutely.
uh,
Yeah, we're only at the start, as we mentioned, so there's still a lot of games to cover. So yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow and the next day, of course.
yeah, it's more than I want to do just a short calculation. At this time is perfect. So 30 games per round. So
Yeah.
I guess 180 games in total. Am I right?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be true. I don't know. I don't do math on stream, but
Doesn't matter. I mean, there are really
yeah.
plenty of games still to watch. We today we had really a lot of hilarious moments. There is still one made that I think I saw in Pool B round one. Was a queen sacrifice and then a mate queen take f8 and then bishop take f7 mate. So
Oh,
was really a very nice mate.
I love
And yeah, I guess the best moment of the day, but has been a long day. So
I like
what you would you pick as your best moment?
the Neil Studer moment. That was my moment, really. I couldn't stop laughing. Yeah. So if you guys weren't there, we were showing actually some of the top participants of the top countries. So, for example, Ding Liren, Ian Nepomniachtchi, Alexander Grishuk, Anish Giri, top players. And Alessia was naming all these players and suddenly couldn't help but saying Neil Studer, her boyfriend, in between all of these top grandmasters. Don't get me wrong, Neil Studer is a great player as well. He's over 2,500, 2,575 or something, I believe.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, to put in between all these top grandmasters is a little bit too far, yeah. But it was hilarious. It was a fun moment.
But they
Yeah,
will really be there. So I just named another grandmaster.
yeah.
So yeah, but it was a joke. It was just a joke, and
Yeah, you couldn't help saying it. Come on.
yeah, I could not stop from
It's
saying
bad
that.
to be saying that you love your boyfriend. So enough about that. Okay, what we want to do, of course, is say like thanks everybody for watching. Of course, this was yeah. I also want to do something because big shout out to Alessia, who did an amazing job on the first day. Of course, today was the most difficult day to do because we're starting and we are having some issues as well. So, yeah, shout out to you. You did an amazing job today. And yeah, I'm sure you will do great on the next days as well.
Thank you so much, Roland, and I'm really very happy to have you next to me because would not be the same without. And I felt really a lot of pressure during the round I was hosting alone. So very happy to have 2 more days. And thank you for also everyone here watching. Thank you to chess.com and FIDE hosting this amazing event. And thank you also to our sponsor Gazprom to having this cooperation and partnership with the chess world. And yeah, I guess we are at the final moment of the day, guys. I wish everyone a great day, great night, great afternoon, and great weekend. And I hope we see you tomorrow. So good night, Roland. See you tomorrow. Thank you, and
Yeah.
see you soon.